हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, पिछले वीडियो में हमने डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम इन फिशेज पढ़ा था और डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में क्या क्या पाए जाते हैं और उनका क्या फंक्शन होता है, ये सब हमने पढ़ा था। आज हम नया चैप्टर पढ़ रहे हैं, गिल रेस्पिरेशन गिल्स के द्वारा जो होता है उसके बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे। तो रेस्पिरेशन कैन बी डिफाइंड एज ए फिजियोलॉजिकल प्रोसेस इन विच ऑक्सीजन फ्रॉम द मीडियम इज टेकन अप बाय ब्लड while the metabolic waste SCO2 is released off at the same time. This oxygen is turned in made available to active tissues through the blood stream as a result of the oxidative and non-oxidative reactions in the tissues. The CO2 and energy is released for biological activities. This energy is consumed for various anabolic and catabolic processes, while the CO2 is carried away by the bloodstream back to the respiratory surface where it is eliminated. तो गिल्स जो है, ये चित्र बना रखा है गिल्स का, ये आपको चित्र दिखा रखा है। तो गिल्स के द्वारा ये जो है ऑक्सीजन को लेते हैं और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को छोड़ते हैं, और ये जो है इसके द्वारा इनकी विभिन्न कैटाबॉलिक और एनाबॉलिक क्रियाएं जो है वो होती हैं। तो गिल्स जो हैं वो क्या होते हैं, इनका क्या स्ट्रक्चर? गिल्स आर फेदर लाइक ऑर्गन्स richly vascularized by capillaries bed for the exchange of O2 and CO2. The gill is within gill clefts and appear in the form of vascular and filamentous lamellae like outgrowth from the anterior and posterior wall of the gill clefts. अब gill clefts जो हैं, the gill clefts pharyngeal gill slits यानी pharyngeal gill slits भी कहते हैं, on each side open internally into the pharynx by wide internal bronchial apertures and to outside by narrow external bronchial apertures. ये फिगर में दिखाया गया है गिल्स की संरचना। The gill clefts on each side remain separate from one another by internal bronchial septa. Each septum consists of a central core of mesodermal tissue covered externally by the ectodermal layer and internally by the endodermal layer of pharynx. It is supported either by a cartilaginous or by a bony rod-like skeletal arch. An afferent and one or two efferent bronchial vessels course through the septum to constitute its blood supply. The anterior and posterior wall of each gill slit is raised in the form of vascular filamentous outgrowth to form the gill, where exchange of dissolved O2 and CO2 takes place. तो गिल क्लेफ्ट जो है, ये जो है कौन कौन सी फिशेज में कितने पेयर पाए जाते हैं? तो साइक्लोस्टोम्स की जो फिशेज होती हैं, बेडेलोस्टोमा, पेट्रोमाइजोन, मिक्सिन, कार्टिलेजिनस फिशेज, इनमें जो है बेडेलोस्टोमा में 14 पेयर्स, पेट्रोमाइजोन में 7 पेयर्स, मिक्सिन में 6 पेयर्स और कार्टिलेजिनस फिशेज में 5 पेयर्स ऑफ गिल क्लेफ्ट्स पाए जाते हैं। इसके अलावा बोनी फिशेज में भी 5 पेयर्स गिल पाए जाते हैं। तो फिश में गिल्स जो हैं वो कितने प्रकार के होते हैं? इन जनरल गिल्स आर ऑफ 2 टाइप्स, एक तो एक्सटर्नल गिल एंड एक इंटरनल गिल। External gill are the filamentous outgrowths of the integument covering the visceral arches. This form is only found in the larvae of dipnoid जैसे Protopterus and Lepidopsida, जबकि internal gills are found in all the fishes and develop within the pharyngeal pouches and line the gills clefts in adults. On the basis of position and function, gills may be classified as, इनके फंक्शन के आधार पर, पोजीशन के आधार पर हम फिर इनको बांट सकते हैं, जिसमें फर्स्ट है सूडोब्रांच। द गिल्स फर्स्ट गिल क्लेफ्ट जनरली क्लोजेस ऑफ इन एडल्ट टू फॉर्म द स्पाइरिकल. इन सर्टेन फिशेज ओनली द एक्सटर्नल ब्रैंकियल एपर्चर gets closed, while the internal bronchial aperture remain open into the pharynx. The filamentous gills of such clefts are called pseudobranchs, which develop quite early in the embryonic stage and may have a respiratory function in the stage only, but does not continue in the adult. जैसे कतला कतला. Pseudobranchs are found in Amia, Lepidosteus, Accipenser, Polydon, etc. It is said to be absent in those fishes in which A choroid gland of the eye is absent, जैसे notopteris, chana, Gallagher 2, mistus, or etc. The pseudobranch may be free or covered with a layer of mucous membrane. It receives oxygenated blood directly from the dorsal aorta and has a vascular connection with the internal carotid artery. It may serve to increase the O2 concentration in the blood going to the brain and the eye through the internal carotid artery. Histologically, the pseudobranch contains a large number of acidophilic secretory cells which probably produce carbonic anhydrase enzyme. The pseudobranch may also be useful in filling of gas bladder and in the regulation of intraocular pressure. However, it is non-respiratory in function. Second है holobranch, complete gill. A complete gill or a holobranch consists of an interbranchial septum supported by cartilage or bone. The anterior and posterior wall of each septum are produced into vascular plate-like filament. Each series of the filament form a unibranch or a danibranch. The anterior and posterior walls of each septum are produced into vascular plate-like filaments. Each series of filaments form a hemibranch or a demibranch. Two each hemibranch together form a complete biserial gill of a holobranch. In elasmobranch, usually 5 pair of branchial clefts are present, while the bonifacials process only 4 pairs of gill slits. The spiracle is also present. Teleosts have a single external branchial aperture on each side of the head due to the development of an operculum covering the gills. The interbranchial septum is highly reduced in all teleosts and the paired efferent branchial arteries of the sharks are replaced by a single efferent vessels in the bonifacials. To sum up, when the gill filaments are borne on both the sides of a branchial arch, they constitute a holobranch. Consequently, each holobranch has 2 hemibranch or half gill, and the 2 hemibranchs of a gill clefts belong the different holobranchs of the branchial arches. अब है structure of gill. Typically, there are 4 pairs of gill in teleost and 2 rows of primary gill lamellae are borne by the cerato-branchial and epibranchial segment of each gill arch. The interbranchial septum between the 2 rows of lamellae is short so that the lamellae of the 2 rows are free on their distal ends. A detailed structure of gill in a freshwater teleost has been described by Datta Munshi. The gill lamellae are supported by gill rays which are partly bony and partly cartilaginous and are connected with the gill arch and with each other by fibrous ligaments. Each gill race is bifurcated on its proximal end to provide a passage for the efferent branchial vessel. Completely cartilaginous gill rays are present in Rita. Each primary lamellae bears a large lamellae of secondary lamellae on both its sides. These flat leaf-like structures are the main seat of gaseous exchange. ये गिल्स के जो है स्ट्रक्चर है, ये आप इसमें दिखाए गए चित्र में. Each secondary lamellae consists of a central vascular layer composed of pillar cells covered by basement membrane and an outer epithelial layer. The pillar cells from the blood channel of secondary gill lamellae. Its structure of gill of bonifacials is shown in figure 3 and B and TS of a gill of teleost in figure 4. तो ये जो है इनके डायग्राम दिखाए गए। अब है हिस्ट्री ऑफ गिल फिलामेंट्स। द गिल फिलामेंट्स आर द फंक्शनल part of the gills and the thin, delicate and gorged with blood. These are arranged in two rows, anterior and posterior, on the gill arch. The mode of arrangement of gill filaments over gill arch may vary, but in all fishes, gill filaments contains a richly vascular core of peculiar type of pilaster cells enclosed within a continuous sheet of the epithelial cells. The epithelial covering the gill arch also contains a large number of mucus secreting cells, eosinophilic cells, and the taste buds. Each branchial arch is supported by a skeletal elements called the skeletal arch. It consists of two parts, the epibranchial and ceratobranchial parts. The epibranchial part is placed dorsally and supported the pharyngobranchial elements, while the ceratobranchial is placed ventrally and support the hypobranchial elements. In addition to these parts, a third basibranchial part is often present in certain fishes. So, muscles of gill arches. All the gill arches have two sets of muscles, abductor and abductor. Adductor and abductor muscles. The former set is situated over the interbranchial septum and cross each other to connect with the hemibranchs of opposite side. Later set of muscles connect the skeletal arch of a gill with proximal ends of gill rays. अब है gill epithelium. The gill head is covered by a thick or thin epithelium in which a large number of mucus glands are present. The epithelium covering the lamellae is generally bilayered. However, electron micrograph of gills of Clarius and Anavas have revealed a multi-layered epithelium varying from 5 to 18 mm in thickness. Amoebocytes and lymphocytes are commonly found in the epithelium of Anavas and Chang. Large eosinophilic cells and taste buds are also present in the epithelium covering the gill arch. Are specialized cells of gills of fishes. The following kinds of specialized cells are found in the gill of fishes. First, mucus cells of the typical goblet type, which secrete thin film of mucus to prevent dehydration of the respiratory epithelium. Second, acidophil granular cells. Third, basophil mast cells, which are reservoir of heparin. Fourth, the bi or trinucleate granular cells. 5, chloride cells. तो ये है गिल्स की संरचना। अब हम आगे पढ़ेंगे गिल लैमेली एंड गिल्स जो है किस प्रकार से कार्य करते हैं। तो ये वीडियो यहीं तक, आगे हम दूसरे वीडियो में पढ़ेंगे। थैंक यू।